Hello, this is Sora and DLS coming to you with a brand new video. With this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about some Pokemon that will actually be the best choice to combat against Zapdos. Now, today, Moltres is still out for all my locals on the East Coast. You have up until today to get your Moltres, and then after that, tomorrow, as the raids start up, Zapdos will appear. So you want to make sure that if you do not have your Moltres yet, get on top of it. This is the last day, right? Now, but we're going to go ahead and move forward into the Zapdos and some of the Pokemon that I believe. I did some research as well and figured some things out. But the top 10 Pokemon that I believe with the best suited things, Zapdos. Alright, and here we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and start off with one of the crowd favorites, Golem here. And as you can see, I have my 100% right here ready to show you guys. But Golems are probably going to be the #1 choice to go up against Zapdos. His ground type makes him immune to electric attacks, which I believe Zapdos only has electric attacks at his disposal for these raids. So, this is going to help out a big deal as far as not only causing damage, because his flying type makes him weak against rock, but his attacks are not going to be that effective on Golems. So if you have a Golem, a good Golem, with especially Rock Throw and Stone Edge, get on top of that, alright? Because this is going to be probably your best shot at going up against Zapdos, alright? Alright, another crowd favorite, Tyranitar. Now, okay, I know you're looking at my Tyranitar. Yes, I know I come up with corny names. Do not judge. But the reason why I want to talk a little bit more about this one is that a lot of people assume that rock type actually is immune to electricity, and that is actually not true. Rock types are affected by electricity normally. It's the ground typing that makes it immune to electricity. So Tyranitar will be affected damage-wise by electric attacks. But do not let that stop you. These guys here can hit hard, and with Stone Edge on its side, it will definitely be a top contender as far as making more damage and helping out overall with the DPS. Now, next up on my list is a very good Rhydon. Now, just like Golem, Rhydon has that ground typing, so that means he is going to very much resist electric attacks. So again, this is going to be a great choice to go up against Zapdos. Now, the one I have here has Mud Slap, which will affect it normally. Its flying type will actually resist the ground, but again, the also favorite attack, Stone Edge, will definitely cause a lot of damage to Zapdos, and Zapdos won't be able to cause as much damage to Rhydon. So this is yet another great choice to go up against Zapdos. Okay, so this next Pokemon, and this Pokemon is probably in every single list of ever causing damage to any Pokemon anywhere, Dragonite. Now, I'm actually fortunate enough to have one with the move Dragon Breath, and I decided to go ahead and give it the move Outrage as well to cause a little bit more damage. Now, the thing with Dragonite is that it is affected by electric attacks normally. But, let's face it, a Dragonite can cause a lot of damage, especially if you have that move Dragon Breath. If you have Dragon Tail, that will help it as well. But if you don't have any of the other Pokemon I just listed before, but you have this one, use it, because it will definitely help out with the battles for Zapdos and for other battles moving forward. Okay, so this next Pokemon in the list, Piloswine. Now, I know mine is not that great. It's the only one I have with decent IVs, and I don't see these that often, so don't judge. But I will tell you, if you do have a good one, that this has the ground type and the ice type. So that means it's going to resist electricity, and with its ice typing, it's going to hit hard. So this is definitely going to be a fairly decent choice to go up against Zapdos. So if you have one, definitely don't be afraid to use it. Now, we're moving up to some unconventional options here, so just keep an open mind when we go into some of these. Keep this in mind that the first few Pokemon that I listed, not a lot of people have. So if you're kind of a newbie player or a low-level player and you want to make sure that you contribute, I actually recommend some of these options. They're a little easier to catch and a little bit more common. Okay, so our next wild hair Pokemon here is Jinx. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're like, what is this thing going to do? Now, keep this in mind that she's an ice type. And not only that, she's one of the few ice types that don't have water typing onto it. So, she's going to be hit for normal damage against Zapdos, but she can hit hard with super effective damage. So if you have both ice type attacks on a fairly decent Jinx, you could actually cause quite a bit of damage. And they're a little bit more accessible to catch, so if you really don't have any of the others, then you can at least use her. Okay, another option is Executor. Now with this grass typing, it's going to actually resist electricity. So if you teach your Executor about 2 different psychic moves, then it actually can stand up against Zapdos to some degree. Again, not one of the best options, but this is another Pokemon that's actually much more easier to get to and much easier for everyone to have. So that's why I make this sufficient for Executor, so if it resists electricity. So just make sure it has psychic moves and then, you know, good luck to you, but there you go. Okay, so this next option is kind of the fight fire with fire option. Now Jolteon here actually, as an electric type, can resist other electric types. Now keep this in mind that Zapdos is electric and flying, which means that it's actually affected by electric attacks normally. So Jolteon can actually resist some of Zapdos' attacks and can actually hit back with normal damage. So if you do not have any of the top chosen Pokemon, this is another option to have, you know, in the back burner, you know, just in case. Okay, so this one was actually a little bit of an iffy choice for me. Now the thing with Nidoqueen is that she does have that ground type, so of course that means resisting electricity. But her best moves, now mine right now has Bite and Stone Edge. Now you can go ahead and give it a poison attack to, you know, help out with a little bit of stuff. But even if it has Stone Edge doesn't give Nidoqueen stab, so it's kind of like, eh. But the way I look at it, the way that it resists electricity and it can actually attack and have at least a super effective hit on Zapdos, it's gotta be much better than Pussy. Alright, and last on this list is Nidoking. Now, just like Nidoqueen, he has that ground typing, so of course, resist electricity. But here's the deal though, he doesn't have Stone Edge. His best moveset would probably be 2 poison type moves, so that way you can at least get stabbed. I'm not sure how much damage he's actually gonna cause, but again, better than Pussy. And he has that resistance to electricity, so if you do not have any of the top ranking Pokemon for this raid, you know, he's very easy to get to. I mean, there's Nidorans all over the place, so you can easily get to one, and, you know, just in case you need something else, you know, he's there for you, alright? Alright, and that concludes my top 10 for this up-and-coming Zapdos raid. Now, like I said before, if you're in the East Coast, you're not going to see that Zapdos till tomorrow. So get your Pokemon prepped right now, go ahead and power it up, go ahead and use those fast TMs and charge TMs, so definitely get yourself ready for that. If you like this video, definitely hit that like button, and if you want to see more of my videos, hit that subscribe button. And if you have any other ideas for any other Pokemon that may be good against Zapdos that I may have missed, leave a comment. Let's talk about it, alright? Until the next video, folks. Later!